Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 13, Dawn. If this was the first episode of Star Trek I ever saw, it would probably be really good. Because it's not, and because it's closer to the 650th episode I've seen, it's not really that great. If you guys watched the last review I just did, I won't say the entire speech over again, but this episode again fits very well into what I said, where if you took the exact same plot of this episode and you put it into any other Star Trek series out there, it would be great. Watching it in this one, not so much. And probably the reason behind that is we have seen that in just about every Star Trek, where whether it be Darmok with Picard, or Enemy with Geordi and the Romulan, or Gravity with Tuvok. Almost said Tupac. Tupac was not in Star Trek. With Tuvok and Lori Petty, any of those episodes where you have a main crew member and they're trapped on a planet with an alien species that they can't really communicate with, and they don't get along, and then by the time you get to the end of the episode, it's one big happy fucking family. That's it. That's the episode. We've seen it at least a half dozen times in Star Trek already. It didn't need to be done again. And especially at the end of the episode where throughout this whole thing, it's very Enemy Mind. I don't know. I've never read the book. If you guys have seen the movie with Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid, where it's the two guys, but one of them gets pregnant. But except for at the end of this episode, Trip, his alien friend gets sick and they can't teleport him out of there because he won't survive. So they have to get a shuttlecraft, get him out of there. And finally, Trip is oh, you can speak English now because of the universal translator. And it's who the fuck cares? This episode, like I said, if it was done any other cast, would have been pretty acceptable. Because it's been done so many times, and I'm not a big fan of the cast, I don't know, I'm just not digging it. So, for those who have seen it, what did you guys think? Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Stigma.